Philadelphia, to one of the NBA's most historic teams, the 76ers. Here are the players arriving earlier, ready for action. Welcome, everyone. What better way to end the weekend than the NBA on 2K Sports? I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, our reporter, Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Tyrese Maxey.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've got Dillingham, and it's Edey in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Philadelphia, George out there with Walter. Then there's Johnson, and it's Dawkins in at the 4. And this game could be meaningful for both teams, Clark, in terms of playoff position.
I think you're right, and that's why I expect a real heated battle. I mean, no team wants to back into the playoffs. You want to come in on an uptick and playing good basketball.
And a storyline for MP over this stretch of the season. He's trying to outperform against his matchup each time out. We know that when MP executes that, it can be a pivotal aspect of the team's success.
You know, I can definitely say that he's been getting after these matchups, and whether he'll tell you the names on his list or not, we can see the look in his eyes when that gauntlet is thrown.
Pass to Blunt. Here's Thunder. George defending. Here's the 3. The shot by Thunder, no good. Now Philadelphia with it. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
Yeah, they made a lot of plays, and they were in it until the end. Just couldn't do enough to get the win.
Yeah, you know, they didn't have their best stuff, but they were still getting after it, so you got to really appreciate the effort and hustle.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
That one drops for him.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Thunder. 38 points for him last game against Utah.
And, you know, that night his defense was remarkable as well. He was excellent at coming up with steals.
4 on the clock. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
It's both from the stripe. And so George will bring it up for Philadelphia. Pass to Dawkins. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Here's Dillingham. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's George. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Suns in Phoenix. Shot clock at 6. They set the screen. Walter from outside. The Grizzlies pull it in. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
Last year, they made easy work of this club, sweeping the 2-game season series.
They may have wished for more games against them. A definite disparity in talent. We'll see if they take advantage again tonight.
And here are the Sixers now, after the basket by Memphis on the other end. Back to George. 3-pointer. The rebound by Edey.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
George passes to Dawkins. Back to George. To end the run. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now. Grizzlies lead by 4. Here's Blunt with the drive. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Blunt's got 7 points.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's Thunder. Pass to Blunt. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Memphis.
Look at the fast break point total from these guys. I mean, they're really hustling, working hard. And those hustle points are showing up on the scoreboard.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
Now here's Johnson, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game. Here's Walter. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Here's Thunder. George defending. Right wing. Here's Thunder. Boom! He jams it straight down.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here's Johnson, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. To the paint. And the jam by George.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Pass to Thunder. Here's Iguodaro. Here's Blunt. Knocks down the triple. He's got 12.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against the Jazz looked really strong. He picked up 38 points, and at the other end of the floor, he's a thief. A virtuoso performance that will be remembered for a very long time. Brian?
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Memphis shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of hype. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
Here's Thunder. 6 points for him. Here's Vassell. And Walton pulls it down. 76ers trail by 13. George passes to Sajay. Back to George. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Memphis has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Pulls it. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's his first trip to the line.
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
Down low. Vassell. Power Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Here's Thunder, and there's the drive, and that one is stuffed right through.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better.
Can't blame the deficit on him. He's been scoring at will this period.
There's the drive, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
And it's in there.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Here's Edey. Pass to Thunder. Oh, swiped away. Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Jang. Kicks it to George. And the 76ers another three.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Here's Edey.
76ers foul.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Fourth team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Thunder. George defending. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when they...
On the court for Memphis. They've got Williams, also Edey out there, and it's Dillingham in at shooting guard.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
So it's Philadelphia now, after the basket by Memphis on the other end. Here's Hero. Thunder grabs the board. Grizzlies lead by 3. Here's Dillingham. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah. Pass to Edey. Here's Thunder. He's guarded by Hero. Lets it fly. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Dillingham's gotten his second bucket on the night.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Here's Jang. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Johnson's got 5 now. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Pass to Thunder. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. Here's Dillingham. Here's Blunt. And the 3 off target.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
Now here's Maxey, tightly guarded. Now here's Hero. Let's go with a 3. Williams grabs the board. Here's Blunt. 17 points for him last game against Utah.
And piling up the points at the line. He was in attack mode all night.
Maxey, that's good.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Williams passes to Thunder. Here's Dillingham. That shot off the mark.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
For 3, Maxey. And the 3-pointer goes. Maxey's got 5 points now this quarter.
Really showing you how quick he can be with the basketball. Maxey letting it fly in a hurry.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Now here's Maxey. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Here's Dillingham. And Walton pulls it down.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Outside Maxey. And he converts the layup. Now it's a 3-point 76ers lead.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Clark, one topic that gets its share of attention, illegal screens.
And with good reason, because guys are bigger, stronger, a lot of pick and roll action. So you've got to be more diligent in cracking down on those screens that are illegal. The game is extremely fluid. Guys are in constant motion. But I think it's a hard call to make consistently. But the officials have to keep working at it.
Here's Walter. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Suns in Phoenix. Pass to Willis. Here's Dawkins. 5 to shoot. For 3, George. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
George for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Edey's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Started out strong from three-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
Pass to Thunder. Outside, Williams. From behind the arc. He buries it from 3. Williams has got 8 points in the quarter.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Walter. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game.
All alone from mid-range. You got to think he's kicking himself.
Pass to Blunt. Poke loose. Oh, George with a steal. And here's Johnson. Inside. They need this. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Johnson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Here's Thunder. Here's Dixon. Here's Blunt. That 3's off the mark. It's stolen. Pass to Edey. To the middle. And he banks in the layup.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
George outside. Here's Dawkins. Williams defending. George scanning the floor.
Memphis foul. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Grizzlies on D. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Basket's good. George has got 20 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Now here's Vassell. We saw him with 19 his last time out. For 3. The shot by Thunder, no good. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Trailing by 2.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine even if he'd have missed it. I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
His first shot coming late. Memphis with a rebound.
And their free throws have dropped off in this quarter. They're settling for too many jump shots right now.
I think you're right. I mean, an up fake here or there, getting the ball inside, that's how you create high percentage offense.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Walter, and there's the screen. Pass to Dawkins. There's the three. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot two. The first free throw is good. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be back in a moment.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot run. They're venturing up that shot. Give it up for the participant.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into the details. Things working out so far for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Well, they're playing bully ball inside, so much so that, Shaq, I'm going to let you take it.
Oh, yeah. 1-2. 1-2, 1-2 in the place to be. Most definitely, they seize the paint like a MIC. Me and Ernie and Kenny.
And now, as the regular season marches on, here's how things look in the West as we near the final stretch.
Taking a look here at the Grizzlies, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part in the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. You got to like what Keontae George has done in this one.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
We've got George. He's out there with Walter. And it's Johnson in at small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle and at their offensive end.
Now here's George. Clock at 6. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's his second.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. And he drops the first.
At the line for Philadelphia, George.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
They are just owning the boards right now.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Iguodaro, no good.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Now here's George. He's closely guarded. Can't hit that one. Pass to Dillingham. From deep. Buries it from 3. Dillingham's got 9 points.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage, he's able to get the space he needs and convert.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
And another miss by Philadelphia.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half, 0 for their first 3 attempts.
To the right side. Pass to Blunt. From downtown. No good on that one. 5 for 9 in the game. 76ers trail by 11. To the inside. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Blunt. 14 points for him. Launches a three. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Shots blocked. Oh, there's the alley.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
From deep, Johnson. Iguodaro grabs a miss. Iguodaro's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this week. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Johnson for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Johnson's got 10 points.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Timeout call, Memphis. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
Now here's George. He's got 21. Pass to Dillingham. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Thunder, and he drives in, and he dunks it down.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Here's George. After the basket by Memphis. Buried from 15 feet out. George has got 23 points.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
The kick out to Williams. Pass to Thunder. Fires the 3. Good. He's taken 13 shots. He's drained 10 of them. Fantastic production.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Here's Willis. Driving in. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring. Grizzlies lead by 5. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th. We've got Edey, and it's Thunder in at the point guard position.
Now that's how you rock the rim. Give them the 2 points and add a little style there as well.
Ridiculous.
I call that an executive summary statement.
So it's Philadelphia now. The Grizzlies making their last shot. To the wing, right side. Here's Jang. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Thunder, the pass to Blunt. And score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
It was the exact same kind of offensive showcase for him in their last game, too. When it happened happens this often, that's not a pattern. That's characteristic. That's a hard spot to be in as a defender now, giving up that much height. Very hard to protect the rim.
Pass to Walton. Maxey with it. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got 15 rebounds here tonight. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's his second personal foul. First team foul.
About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Here's Blunt. Offline from the top of the key.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Memphis leading by 11. Thunder, the pass to Blunt. Shoots over Johnson. Blunt can't get it to go.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Hero for 3. Iguodala grabs a miss. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Looking to get back on track. And count it! The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
Oh, what tremendous focus to absorb the contact and find a way there to finish.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, getting everything he possibly could out of that play.
Walter, he's checked in for Hero. Walter, good.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Timeout, Grizzlies! For Memphis, they've gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Pass to Dillingham. Over to the wing. Three-pointer. Rebound by the 76ers. Jang's got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low. Here's Maxey. Blunt grabs a board. Blunt's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Dillingham. No good from the wing. Outside Johnson. Here's Maxey. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. Grizzlies lead by 8. Here's Blunt. He takes it in. Good. And that basket makes him 8 for 14 for the game.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
And, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here's Walton to the paint. Johnson inside. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And Johnson drops them both. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Rebounded by Johnson.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of a slump.
Pass to Walter. Here's Jang. Drops in the layup for 2.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Memphis leading. Here's Blunt. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Here's Jang. For 3, Maxey. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
He drilled 1 from deep in the first half, doing it again here in the second.
Here's Dillingham. And the shot goes. Dillingham's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
For 3, Maxey. Iguodala grabs a miss. Iguodaro's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Blunt. Step back shot, and the Grizzlies get another bucket right there. And the action on hold. It appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Man, that's tough to see.
Yeah, that type of injury is always worrisome. Hopefully, he's okay.
You're exactly right. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
Here's Walter following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Pass to Willis. Here's Walter, down to 5 on the shot clock. Great open look there. Here's Thunder. Hits the three-pointer. Thunder's got 30 points.
After doing nothing from beyond the arc in the first half, he has turned things around.
George passes to Johnson. Here's Walton. Pass to George. There's the block. Here's Blunt, covered by Johnson. And another dime for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Now here's George. Defense right on him. Memphis with a rebound. Edey's got his 16th rebound on the night. Here's Blunt. Iguodaro, no good. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. A 12-point game. Here's a look at the schedule for Philadelphia. On Tuesday, it'll be the Detroit Pistons coming to town. And then on Thursday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Utah, going up against the Jazz.
And that game against Sacramento, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more even pairing in the league. That one promises to be a really closely fought battle.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
First one falls for him.
At the line for the Grizzlies.
Both shots good from the stripe. 76ers trail. By 12. Pass to Dawkins. There's the three. The rebound by Edey. Memphis has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Here's Thunder. George defending. Here's Thunder. Here's Dillingham. And it's off from three-point range.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
To the middle.
Grizzlies foul. Edey. That's his 4th personal foul. 3rd team foul.
That free throw misses.
Willis.
Good on the second one. Memphis leading by 11. Here's Dawkins. Iguodaro grabs a miss. Iguodaro's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Pass to Dillingham. Here's Thunder. There's a screen. Shoots over Walter. Good. He hits the jumper. Dillingham's got 9 points now in the second half.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Oh, got a piece of it. Now here's Johnson. Guarded closely. Inside. Dawkins. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Now here's George. The rebound by Edey.
He's trying to force his way into a rhythm, but that's not helping the team.
Pass to Thunder. Here's Dillingham. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Dillingham's got 20.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Grizzlies.
I think it was their play in the paint that got them the win tonight.
And the defense seemed powerless to stop them down low, resulting in plenty of high percentage shots for them.
And certainly a point of pride. They've now won 50 games this year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in the 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Thunder.
I thought his active hands were a big help. I mean, he took some chances on defense, and his gambles paid off. He got a bunch of steals.
Dillingham with the bucket.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
Here's Thunder. Down low. Here's Iguodala. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
That's his first personal foul.
And he knocks down the first. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
MP, question back.
Michelle.
MP, do you feel like your recent performances have established you as the top player in the league at your position?
I hope so. You know, I'm really just out here trying to hoop for the fans and trying to win games. So, yeah, hopefully people notice the work that I'm putting in and appreciate it, you know?
They are. Thanks, MP.
Thank you.
They really thought they had a chance tonight.